You're watching News 4, your local news leader. Now, live from Buffalo, this is News 4 at 4.
Topping the news this half hour, Congressman Tim Kennedy is continuing to sound the alarm on the CDC's effort to regulate dog crossings at the northern border.
Back in May, the CDC announced plans to implement new regulations like additional documents, microchipping, and certain vaccinations. Kennedy is now calling for a permanent pause on those rules. He joins us now to talk more about this and some other topics. Congressman, it is great to have you here. Thanks for coming in.
It's always good to be here. Thanks.
It's been a while since we had you in, so we have a number of things to talk about. But first, let's talk about these CDC rules.
Sure.
For those who may be unfamiliar, what exactly are these rules? What do they look?
So back in July, the CDC announced that they were going to put in new restrictions for bringing dogs over the border from Canada and other countries. And the bottom line is it's more restrictive than it was before. A dog that's not 6 months old yet, a dog has to be microchipped, a dog has to have certain forms. We pushed back. We did it in a bipartisan fashion, and we got some results. But you know what? It didn't go far enough. We have to make sure that the CDC actually allows for efficient crossings of the border. And it's not just about dog owners, and of course it is, but it's also about everybody that crosses the border. And so I actually proposed a piece of legislation that will roll back these CDC guidelines to where they were before, just so that it allow for an ease of travel between Canada and the United States, especially since, according to the Consul General of Canada, there is actually a 0% instance of rabies in Canada. So not only is it a low instance, but it is a zero instance. And the fact of the matter is, it's going to create more problems at the border than we need. And, you know, if you're going to put in these regulations, put it in for high-risk countries like Egypt and Russia and North Korea and Iran and Belarus. But, you know, with our greatest ally to the north and a great partner, and for binational countries, binational families and families with service dogs, we need to have the ease of travel as much as possible. And so we're pushing back. We're doing so legislatively. We're hoping that we get a positive result here.
Another rarity on Capitol Hill is another bipartisan piece of legislation, or at least a bipartisan effort that you and Congressman Nick Langworthy are working on, and that has to do with some really unfortunate news that has come out of the Buffalo VA. So much so that it has effectively aggravated folks at the state and federal levels to the point where now we're looking into what the problems are. What is the latest over at the VA, and do you think that cutting off the head of the snake there, if you will, these two men who led this system, they are now reassigned? Is that enough?
Look, I just came from the VA hospital. I did a full-on tour today with the new administration, and we want results. We are demanding results. Our veterans that have donned the military uniform deserve the best care, especially when it comes to the health care that they've been promised by our government. And when there is lackluster care due to a administrative management problem, that is a problem for everyone. And we have an obligation to deliver for our veterans, especially health care that they've been promised. And we need to provide for the resources for those healthcare practitioners that are providing the care over at the VA hospital. And so meeting today with the leadership that has come in just 9 days ago, meeting with the nurses and the healthcare practitioners that are really on the front lines, helping our veterans in their healthcare delivery. We have to make sure that we're providing those resources necessary to do their job effectively. And we're going to be holding the new management to account. They know it. They are driven to provide better care for our veterans. The workers over there, you know, they're doing God's work. They're on the front lines. They're passionate about helping our veterans. We need to give them the resources that they need. And so this is being tackled from a holistic standpoint, from a bipartisan standpoint. And we're looking forward to the Inspector General's report that came out, that's coming out in the next few weeks. We'll be asking the questions in the Veterans Affairs Committee that I sit on that's overseeing this investigation, and we'll be making sure that those that are in authority are being held to account.
And let's move on now to a different kind of care, different kind of resources. It is International Overdose Awareness Week. And this week, a big announcement, funding for Horizon Health, thousands of dollars. What do you make of this new plan?
Yeah, I was very excited to be a part of what Horizon has happening here in our community. They were one of 10 organizations in the entire country to get the resources given to them through this new grant. $4 million over 5 years. The first installment of $716,000 we announced just yesterday, that's going to allow these workforce leaders at Horizon Health to go into our schools and to really meet our youth where they are in place between the ages of 10 and 25 years old, to educate them, to prevent them on substance abuse, to prevent the use and potential abuse and disorder from ever taking root. And so being proactive rather than reactive is not only helpful in providing proper health care, but it also helps to prevent the long-term negative impact of the substance abuse disorder that we've seen so prevalent, especially in a post-pandemic society that we're all living in. And Horizon are truly the guardian angels of our community. They're on the front lines. This $716,000 grant is going to help them to really get into the schools, work in partnership all across Western New York, and help our youth.
And why is that education so important, especially for young adults?
Well, our kids are smart. And, as a father of 3 teenage kids, I know that, sometimes kids make bad decisions. And, we all have over the course of time. And so we have to make sure that our kids have the tools necessary, the education necessary about these substances that are not only detrimental, but potentially deadly, especially in this society post-pandemic that we're living in with all the mental health issues that we're dealing with today.
You are a member of the Veteran Affairs Committee, and so no doubt you have been briefed on the controversy that has emanated over the past couple of days from Arlington Cemetery, specifically regarding Plot 60, which federal law prohibits the recording of stills or video pictures. There have been now a lot of folks on both sides of this issue. You have military families who say the Biden administration has not served our interests, and so we believe in Donald Trump. You have others, including Green Beret families, who say we never gave the authorization for that person and that campaign to use our death in their campaign. So both sides are squaring this off. What is the federal government's role in this to ensure that these kinds of violations are never happening again on such hallowed ground?
This is very simple. Donald Trump, once again, broke the law. There's a federal law that says that at Arlington National Cemetery, you cannot use that place where we respect our war dead as a campaign stop. And he did just that. And because of that, in breaking the law, he disrespected our fallen, our war dead. He denigrated not only the military fallen and their families, but all veterans across this country, and it's wrong. And once again, breaking the law and doing so for a campaign stop at one of the most sacred places in our nation, Arlington National Cemetery. It is an extraordinarily beautiful place where we honor those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And it shouldn't be a campaign stop for Donald Trump or anybody. And the fact that they had to push out of the way, his campaign pushed out of the way, physically pushed out of the way a worker who was trying to stop them from breaking the law, and went on and not only taped this campaign, and then they put it up on they showed it out to the world. There's reasons for that. It's because it's such a sacred place. We need to honor our fallen and those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice, not use them as props in any campaign. And it was wrong for Donald Trump to do so. And it's just a sad day. It's very disrespectful, and I think everyone is really ashamed that happened.
All right. Well, certainly our time, unfortunately, is short. But Congressman Tim Kennedy, we thank you so much for coming in this afternoon.
Always happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you.